Welcome back, Cagesider fans. Angelo Reyes here with Randy El Matador Moreno, who fights March 11th at the Las Vegas Downtown Event Center. It's called Knockout Night at the D, promoted by Roy Jones Jr. Thank you so much, Randy, for coming in to our show and letting our fans get to know a little bit about you. How are you feeling a week out from your big co-main event fight?
I'm feeling excited. You know, I'm ready. I've been training hard, and I'm just ready to showcase my skills once again.
Yeah, and it's exciting, you know. Anytime you have a champ like Roy Jones Jr., he puts his name behind you, and you get to go out there and showcase your skill. Now, when you came in studio, I noticed right away. I'm like, man, this kid is tall. Reminds me a little bit of like a Tommy Hearns. I know I've heard some people say you kind of move like Roy Jones, but I know you have your own style, and you love using that jab. And man, you produce a lot of knockouts. 8-0, 7 knockouts. Can you tell me a little bit about your training with Gil Martinez? I know that he's been with you from the beginning and throughout your entire amateur career now as a pro.
Yeah, he's took me under his wing since I was a little kid, you know, and he's been training me every day for years, and it made me the fighter I am today.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, I know that you're super, super close with your family. And a lot of fighters, they're very deep with that. When you go into a fight, is your mom and dad always there, or do you kind of ask them, hey, can you please stay home? I'm going to get a little nervous, or do you ask everybody to be there? What's that routine like for you?
I always ask everyone to be there, you know, whether it's my family, friends, but yeah, it's just my family. My dad likes to support me, but my mom really doesn't like to see me get hit, you know. So It's just a tough sport, and it's hard to watch, you know.
Well, I can understand, you know, mom doesn't want her beautiful looking son, right, getting hit in there or anything like that. But have you told your mom? Have you actually said, hey, you know, mom, I'm 8-0, 7 knockouts, you know, not getting hit too hard? Or has she seen something that made her kind of go, oh, I don't know if, you know, if I should let my son do this? Have you been to too many of those wars, or you pretty much just follow your style?
No, I always follow my style, you know, and actually this time I actually convinced her to go. So this time she is going.
All right, so mom's definitely going to be there.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be there.
Big plans to have mom to come into the ring after you win?
Yeah, she probably won't come up to the ring.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's exciting for me.
Now, is boxing for you an all-encompassing family thing? Like, does your coach Gil teach anybody else in your family? I know that your best friend Max Ornelas, he's going to be fighting on the show also. So, you know, is it something that you feel like the entire family gets involved in, or is it really something that you do on your own? You know, kind of zen out by yourself when you do it.
Training-wise, you know, I just do it on my own. You know, but they support me. They support me 100%. And I'm happy that my best friend, you know, Max Ornelas is fighting on the same card, and we're just going to do what we do best, and, you know, that's get a victory.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, you know I'm an MMA coach, so I got to ask you this question. Roy Jones Jr., talking about fighting Anderson Silva. If your promoter, Roy Jones Jr., were to fight Anderson Silva in a boxing match, who wins that fight?
Roy.
Roy, easy.
Yeah, Roy, easy. It's a completely different world in there, you know. He's coming into Silva's coming into a different territory, you know, and he doesn't belong in there with Roy, in my opinion.
All right. Now, how about if it was MMA? Do you think Roy, even at his advanced stage now, is it enough? Is there enough of a skill level for him to actually learn, maybe not to get taken down, or maybe learn how to block some kicks and get in an octagon, maybe? Because how about if Roy went up to the Dana White and said, hey, I'll get in the octagon and fight? How do you think that match would go?
It's the same thing, you know. It's two completely different worlds, you know. He's had a lot of years on this side, and then Silva has a lot of years put in on this side. So it just depends on the fighter, and if Roy hits him, it's over, you know. So
okay.
Yeah.
Now, how about you? Would you ever consider it? I know you're still young in your career. I know you got world titles that you want to get in boxing. But if somebody ever said to you, hey, man, you've been boxing for a while, you've won a couple of world titles now, would you like to try MMA? Is it something you'd ever try? Or
I've actually did MMA.
Did you really?
I did MMA when I was a little kid. I did it for like 4 or 5 years.
Wow, wow. How did you like it? Like, what kind of convinced you to go the boxing route rather than going the MMA route?
I liked MMA, man. It was fun, but I just realized that I was much better with my hands.
Okay.
So that's when I stepped into Gil's gym, and he proved to me that I wasn't as good as I thought. and ever since then, I stayed with him.
Okay, cool. So boxing, definitely the sport for you 100% the whole way through. How soon would you like to see yourself? You know, right now you're 8-0. Roy's promoting you. Roy's a great promoter. Gets you to 15-0. Do you see yourself fighting for a world title by then, or do you kind of want to get yourself up to the 20s, 25-0s? How do you see your career kind of going?
Oh, most definitely. By 15-0, I want to have, you know, that world title around my waist, you know, and I believe that's a goal for every fighter that's in that ring. But you know, I believe that I'm on a completely different level.
Okay,
So
all right.
I believe I deserve that world title.
Wow, that's really awesome. Well, Randy, thank you so much for coming in studio. Cagesider fans, there you have it, Randy El Matador Moreno. When we come back, we're going to see Max Ornelas. Stay tuned, Cagesiders.